Hello, everybody.
Yo, what's going on?
Welcome to the Anime Mystics Podcast. I am Roman.
I am Steven Sonosuke-sama.
And we're just going to be discussing the shows we're watching this week. Like, the ones we actually watched, since the series are airing now.
Correct.
So we don't have too many, because, well, I mean, it's only the first step, and some of them we couldn't find.
And they're coming out, like, staggered as well.
Yeah, I think there's a... Is there one coming out this week or something?
Well, we just saw that, was it Saturday night, I guess, was Senpai is Annoying, and Komi as well. And then World's End Harem also, I guess, at least the first episode.
Yeah, which was the episode we couldn't find anywhere.
Yes. Correct.
So if anybody knows where we could find it, let us know in the comments. Because I know the rest of the season got pushed back to January.
For unspecified reasons.
Yes, unspecified. It's a mystery.
Give you two good leads, and you can find them at chest level. But Jack, other than it was really weird because Jahi has been going on, and I guess there really was like a week or two like gap, right? Because most like Mieruko-Chan is only on episode 2, but Annoying Senpai has just started, so that's what I'm saying. Is like it's almost like a staggered schedule.
Yeah, it's kind of all over.
And you just saw the first episode of the vampire one.
Yeah, I just saw it yesterday. I basically watched my episodes yesterday.
All right. Yeah, well, I was out getting drunk in the forest.
I mean, it's the best place to get drunk.
Yeah. I wasn't alone either, so that was fun. I was telling Roman offline that this weekend I went to Philadelphia for a day, and it was fun watching, all about the American Revolution and the Declaration of Independence and the birth of Congress and all of that. And I going into it, and growing up, and even now, I had this kind of like respect for Benjamin Franklin, because I'm not going to necessarily call him history's oldest troll, but I will say he is one of America's first Reddit trolls.
Okay.
And look what he was doing, man. He made a screen name and making meme posts and shit posts and under different pseudonames, and then they would block him or they would find it, so he would make a new email and create a new account and just keep shit posting.
Yeah.
But he was like one of a modern day comic that's actually good at his craft, and he made people laugh and he made people think. So he was an absolute troll, and he called out people and wasn't afraid to do it. But at the same time, people were like, I really hate this guy because he's calling me out, but I can't really counter him.
Right.
So, and then he had respect from everybody on all sides. So, I had this respect for Ben Franklin before this weekend, but now going to his museum and going through Philly and all of that, I have a deeper appreciation now. And he was giving us the early prototypes of like batteries.
Yeah.
So, and he sucked at math just like me, but he still liked the 1700s version of Sudoku, magic squares basically. So I was like, oh, that's funny. So I was like, yeah, me too, bro, me too. Math sucks. I don't care why you want to find out X's problem. I don't care. X can figure it out on herself.
Yeah.
But
what is X even doing there anyway?
I don't know. You should ask X why. So.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah. Shout outs to Ben Franklin, man. America's oldest Reddit shit poster. But and then I caught the train back up, and then I went to Ren Fair last night with our friend, and we were pre-gaming in the parking lot, and we were there for the opening cannon, because that's how they opened the fair, the Ren Fairs, with the cannon.
Nice.
And I was like, that is not how they do it back in California, that's for sure. But yeah, no, we were there, like at opening cannon shot, and we were, he's all like, our friend is all like, oh yeah, it'll 3 hours, and then we're gonna bail because they wanted to get me to play D&D because I don't play D&D. And so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm here. I've got nothing better to do, and I'm sure he'll come up with something fun. So he's like, yeah, we'll go by the game shop, get you some dice, because I guess it's taboo for people to be like throwing your dice or someone else's dice.
Is it?
That's what they were all telling me. It's like, man, you don't like grab someone's dice and roll with it. That's like bad juju. I'm like, what? And and like a lot of people that I know and friends and all that play D&D, dude, they have like 37 dice, dude. And I would like, I just can't touch any of them. Yeah, man. They've all got them in bags and in cases and carrying cases and all that, like clasps and wrapped up and all that. And I'm like, so when we were actually playing last night, I was using our friend's set of house dice, she called it, and I was like, house dice? This is what I'm saying. It's, they buy multiple dice, and I get it. Some of them are different designs or color schemes and all that. That's fine.
Yeah.
I get that. But when you have like 9 D20s, I'm like, all right, that's a little excessive. But yeah. So I was able to use a pair of house dice. So I did what anybody that would do that's kind of a jerk like me, a douchebag, and I rubbed them all over our friend's hand. And I was like, haha, now you gave my dice juju. It's just like, whatever, man. I don't take this seriously. But yeah, like I said, there was a lot of drinking going on, so yeah, but it was, it's, I think this was like my 3rd Ren Fair now. And we did it. I actually, he had kind of had his Witcher getup on because he had like his $1,500 leather vest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he gave me his wizard hat, robe, and his staff. And so I did the only natural thing. I yelled explosion. I said, "Good job, congratulations! Now you have to carry me throughout the fair for the rest of the day." So, yeah, but it was, and then everything, it was pretty standard. It's good to know that Ren Fair, doesn't matter if it's on the East Coast or the West Coast, is all the same thing, basically. It's like walking around, people in like Robin Hood stuff, knife throwing, axe throwing, ninja star throwing. We watched a bit of the joust. Lots of glassware, stoneware, art, candles, jewelry, standard stuff that you can find at the Renaissance Fair. And it was pretty good. It was fun. Raspberry wine is pretty legit. I discovered that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, raspberry wine. And then we got hit on by some nice ladies. They came up because they liked my wizard hat. And then I quickly introduced them to our friend. So, and then when we were just all of that, it was like 20 minutes later, and then it was finally like, all right. I was like, hey, well, these pictures that you took, I don't know, do you have an Instagram or something? They were like, no, I don't use Instagram. And she's like, what's your LinkedIn? Because apparently they work human resources.
Ah.
And so they were like, this is our first time here and all of that. And, yeah, so we were like, all right, we hooked up on LinkedIn. I was like, oh, and I don't update my LinkedIn. And she goes, oh yeah, you're gonna need to work on that. She's like, just let me know that I'll help you set it up and all of that. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So,
Nice.
That was, and then this morning too, when I was recovering, and I'm going through my phone, I see the email notification. So and so has added you on LinkedIn. And it went through.
Nice.
So I was like, all right, well, we'll see. Drunk decisions made in the forest. And yeah, and we still went home. We still went back to our friend's house, and we played D&D. And I made Kazuma. Kazuma, the winged swordsman. I forgot the races. I apologize, all you D&D fans. And our friend made a standard campaign. It was Goblin Extermination, and so I was all like, Goblin Slayer, eh? So, Kazuma got 3 kills, and yeah, so. Yeah, but it was pretty fun. Got the gist of it. Our story ended because everyone was getting tired, so our friend is just like, "All right, the boss guy got away." The end. I was like, "All right."
He lives to fight another day.
Yeah, so I told her that in Kazuma's return, I was like, "We're gonna have to hunt this guy down now."
Yeah.
So
sounds like it. It's the only logical explanation that you need. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fun. It was a pretty standard story campaign. We might do one again for Halloween, so we'll see how that goes. But like I said, I'm pretty attached to my character, and I can get why people get invested in their builds.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I might change it up. I probably won't though, because just the aspect of entering like the room, right? Like. It was. Think of the episode of Goblin Slayer when they were in the water village and they walked into like that chapel area, and that's kind of what was going on here. And everyone's like, okay, are there traps or anything, right?
Yeah.
And so then I actually was proficient in history, and so I told the DM, our friend, I was like, so wouldn't my history knowledge give me intel on the structures of this room, of this building, of this underground? And he's all like, roll. And so I rolled, and I was like 15. He's all like, all right, you look around and you can instantly tell that it's built by dwarves. And I was all like, all right, so what's that tell us about the security or like the structural integrity of the building? It's like, well, it's tough, so it'll be hard to manipulate. And as a result, we managed to only find a single trap that was very crude, and we disabled it. So
okay.
So it was interesting because, like I said, I have a bit of a soft spot for the warrior monk kind of archetype. So, yeah, I know that's not very Kazuma-esque, but you know.
Yeah, he's supposed to be stealing girls' panties, and
I know. Believe me, when we were first going over this, that he's like, oh, when you come over, we're gonna get you to play D&D. I was all like, my first instinct was to just make the whole campaign Ishizoku reviewers.
Oh god.
And I was just gonna bang all the monster girls. So, considering that instead we got Kazuma, who got 3 kills and was proficient in history, I think we got a fair deal.
Yeah.
Because he was all like, yeah, you're gonna be a bard, and I was like, you suck at karaoke though. I just want to review the monster girls, man. All that I want. Ironically enough, I was also the half angel breed.
Oh, were you?
Get people breed, yeah. So I was almost Crim Vale if you think about it. So, but yeah. So, but who knows? Maybe one day. Maybe one day we will. We'll get stunk.
Maybe.
You finished Ishizoku Reviewers, right?
I haven't even watched it yet.
Oh man, yeah, that would be my whole thing. We'd be all like, I'm in the back of the room. I have all the slime girls distracted. Y'all go on ahead. I'll catch up. 6 out of 10. Slime girl B. 8 out of 10. I think the green ones are a little bit better than the blue ones. That would be my ideal D&D campaign. They'd be like, where's the bard? Gathering intelligence.
Well, I think that's typically what a bard would be doing anyway.
That's what our friend said. He's like, if you want to go Shizuka Reviewers, bard is the one. That's your best option. And I was like, yeah, but even like, I guess the closest way I ever got to being a bard was like Final Fantasy 11, and even then it was kind of weird. Not that I respect the hell out of bards, as their buff capabilities, their party buffs and all of that. They were fantastic. I
not your
the
thing.
whole management, yeah, it was a little bit out of my skill set. So, yeah. But I get the whole charming the opponent, you know, kind of charismaticing them. I guess it's not even a word, but using charisma.
Yeah.
To do battle. I get that. And pretty much how you would want to be if you're trying to Ishizoku Reviewers campaign a D&D run.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this
That's
guy
pretty cool.
over here in Discord made a quick FGO waifu, 78 entries.
What happened? Oh. Wow.
Huh. He put Boudica in E rank. And Ushi? Wow. He put Liz.
Illegal.
Illegal? He put Mecha Liz in illegal? I still would. Again, Robo Girls. I don't know if that's happened yet. And well, they did Golems. I guess Golems would be close enough in Ishizoku Reviewers.
Yeah.
But anyways, anywho, yeah. So, yeah, that's how my weekend went. So, we'll see. Like I said, in about 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now, I'm gonna try to go and do it again. But they said that they're probably gonna do another one shot, but it'll be Halloween. So, I don't really know how to deal with spectral based enemies in the D&D world. So,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
It'd be interesting. Yeah, I've played D&D a couple of times. We didn't get that far, though.
Yeah, I think that living in the technology age where your smartphone and your tablet can basically do everything is really, really handy.
Yeah, we were doing it over online. Like, what was the name of the website we were using? Oh, I think it was called Roll20 or something like that.
Yeah.
Because you could just type in, like, tell it to roll a d6 and it'll roll a d6 or something.
Yeah, and dude, I don't know if you saw it. I think I posted it as well, but Matt Mercer's Critical Role and all of them, their Twitch's info got leaked, and their top 100 earners. And Critical Role over there made $9 million in the year.
Well, they deserve it. They do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I had no idea, man. Wow.
During the pandemic, like when we were stuck at home for a few months, I was actually watching Critical Role quite a bit.
Wow. Yeah. And XQC. If anything, I thought XQC would have been one of the times, because at the moment, even before that guy starts, man, he's already got like $500 in donations. Just him like turning the thing, like saying, going live. Yeah. He's already made like 500. And I think I've said this back in our earlier episodes when we were first starting this, but I had this kind of like respect for XQC because he's been canceled so many times and he keeps coming back, and people are mad that he's a creature of the internet culture, and I'm like, he was raised this way. This is what he could have been out there dealing drugs or committing crimes, and instead he was raised on Call of Duty chat rooms and League of Legends chat rooms. And now, he's just having fun talking shit. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. And it's like, yeah, he's got a warped sense of humor, but so do I, and a lot of others do. And, like, look at him. And he won the Player of the Year at, like, the first Overwatch World Cup. By a long shot, he won. Because he's got a personality. He just doesn't care. He found his niche. So it's like, props to him, man. So is he worth $8 million? That's news to me. But hey man, hey, he's a multi-millionaire by I don't even think he's 30. I think he's like 26 now, or 27 maybe.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Props to him, man. Major props. And he made more money than like Pokimane and all, and Amaranth, and Pokimane actually spun it. She's all like, well, now y'all know that I'm not a multi-millionaire. She's just a one-time millionaire, because she pulled 1.3 mil.
Yeah.
So I was like, jeez, all right, you can cry in your bed made out of hundreds.
I wish I could cry in my bed made out of hundreds.
Right? You gotta keep up the grind, brother.
I just got a bed full of quarters.
Is Is that how the business is treating you on the website?
Yeah. Well, I did make a sale recently, but
Nice.
I have to post my stuff on Mercari and then leave a link to it in the description saying if you want a better deal, go here, and they usually go there. So, but I don't know. It's I think I got to start paying Google to advertise, but I don't have the money to advertise, so because it's not free.
I'm opening his list again too because I was like, wait a minute. He put Carmilla in D rank and Nito and Shiva all in D rank. Wow.
And Cersei.
And Tomoe? And Double X. Come on. Wow. Alright. But he put Lowly Vinci Rider in D and he put Ruler Vinci in E. Oh no, and Fran. Alright. I'm absorbed by this list now. He put Canis in A rank then. That's better. Alright, back on topic. So alright. So yeah, so that's kind of our intro for today. D&D shenanigans and people playing D&D on Twitch apparently, so there's a huge market for D&D. So I'm getting my feet wet, but yeah, like I said, I'm still in the same boat. I get it. Again, fantasy and sci-fi, I get the appeal, especially since I was hanging around these nerds. I get it, but it's still like it's so much. You know, it's so much, and that's why again I prefer like the video game. And in the case of Komi, which we'll talk about a little bit, it was almost like I dare I say I think the anime might be better than the manga. You know, dramatic twist music play.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So it's just I just in these instances, in the case of like paper and pencil or even app-based Dungeons and Dragons versus the JRPG that does all the calculations for me, I just need to hit buttons. That's typically why I turn to the digital stuff or the interactive stuff. Because I press buttons, I get a story. I don't need to wait for somebody to conjure the story up. It's like boom, 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 bam.
Yeah.
And although I do think that D&D has made great changes because I did have fun, I think it's also dependent on who you play with as well. Unlike the video game, you're really only dependent on who made it.
Right.
And if the people are consistent or have a good staff, then obviously it's a consistent product. I mean, look at the case of Final Fantasy. There are Final Fantasies that are better than others, but for the most part, they're never like the worst things in the world.
Right.
So, but yeah. So that's my take.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I like D&D. It's pretty fun. But like I said, I've only ever played a couple of times. Usually with people that I went to college with, because they play, and they'd ask if I want to join. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Then I join.
What'd you play as?
I usually go as a rogue. I like rogues for some reason. Like even in like Dragon Age, I always played as a rogue. I don't know, maybe I like the stealthiness, even though I'm not very stealthy.
Fair.
Or maybe it's because I like dual wielding, and in Dragon Age, they were the only one that could dual wield.
Yeah, I like dual wielding too. That's why I took the class that I took.
It's fun. I mean, I couldn't hit much because my dice rolling was horrible, but it was fun, even if my team was mad at me.
Yeah. Well, I'm not mad at you.
That's good.
But yeah. All right.
Okay. So, let's see. So, which episode are they on Jahi now? 10? 11?
10.
10. How long is it? 24 episodes?
24, yeah.
Oh, they're doing a whole old season.
right. That's right. They got a lot of material to go off of.
Oh yeah, what did it start off as? Did it start off as like an actual manga, or was it like a Twitter
Yeah,
web
it
comic
was
thing?
another one of those Pixiv things. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's a couple of those that have been popping up as anime.
Yeah, I know that Tawawa on Monday has been coming back, or it's like second season or whatnot, and I was like, oh, get caught up on the first season. I think it's also more shorts that got animated and voiced and all that, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna watch it because I saw it on Crunchyroll, but I didn't. I didn't watch it because I didn't see the first. I haven't seen the first season, so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, I'll hold off on that until I can find the first one.
Yeah.
And there was another one too. What was it? Ganbare Doki-chan, I think, also has an anime now. I think I lost you.
No, I'm still here. I'm looking. You know what I hope is like a webcomic, and I hope it gets animated one day. This Nagatoro.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be really, really fun. I don't know if it would go over well. Lots of bullying in it though.
Nah, they'll get over it. Once they get past the first episode, if it ever gets it, an anime that is.
But yeah, I actually I just watched this Saturday's episode right before we started recording, and this actually had me genuinely rolling because it was focused on, speaking of Nagatoro, Uisaka Sumire's magical girl Maho Shoujo, and we did get her real name, her non-magical name, but I love how they just call her Maho Shoujo. They it's just magical girl. Her name is literally magical girl. And she just likes being abused, and it's so weird. It's like her and Juruj just like getting beat up and mistreated, and it's like, but Maho Shoujo gets off on being injured while helping people, and I was like, I guess this is supposed to be a take on the magical girl trope in general. Like, why would Sailor Moon always run out there? Because she, I guess, likes getting captured by tentacles? Because it's the right thing to do, so I will take this abuse for you. Yay! And it's like, wow. That's how I'm taking it. But again, Uisaka Sumire is just, she's something else, man. Like I said, she is the princess shitlord. If Aoyuki is queen shitlord, Uisaka Sumire is princess shitlord. And considering they were both an Aho girl together, yeah, they've definitely influenced each other. And she's just over there. She's just over there getting slapped around and bullied, and Jahi is just all like, "You're a masochist."
What, this one has two? Because you said, her old servant used to be is a masochist too?
Yes, Duruj also likes getting abused.
Wow.
Yeah.
Double masochists.
Yeah. Different ways, because it's like Duruj only likes getting abused by Jahi, because it's like her way of getting acknowledged and respect, but Magical Girl does it because this, she appreciates the doing it, and this is her way of helping others.
Okay.
So that's really why she gets off on it. It's like, I got hurt service of the people, and it's kind of like, okay, magical girls are kind of scumbags.
Well, not much we can do about that.
And how does it make you feel to know that Maho Shoujo is basically Madoka?
Well, she's definitely more interesting than Madoka from what I can tell.
Wow.
I mean, you should have saw it coming. I mean, I say she's uninteresting every time we talk about her.
Actually, funny enough, that that's Aoyuki as well. See, the Aoyuki Uesaka Sumire, the what was it? Seven Shades of Kevin Bacon, right?
Oh, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
6 degrees. It's the 6 degrees of Aoyuki.
I'm pretty sure you could do that with Aoyuki.
Yeah,
She's been in
yeah,
enough.
yeah, absolutely. And so they told Uesaki Sumire she could become anything, so she became Aoyuki.
Might as well, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you're gonna be anybody, be the best. And yeah, and yeah, and so they kind of like hint at it because they said humans that carry around the magic stone, like Jahi's magical stone, suffer from tragedies, and so that's also why she's just getting all this crap done to her, but she just thinks that it's part of being a magical girl and the service that you have to do to be a magical girl, so she just keeps taking it. And Jahi's all like, no, this is what happens when you carry the magical stone. You attract tragedies. And she's just like all in the service of the public. And I'm like, this is great. And again, I think the meta of having Uzaki called Nagatoro a moron just makes me feel warm on the inside.
Okay then.
But yeah, you need to get caught up.
I do. Well, now that there's 2 masochists, I might enjoy it. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure Jahi's toned down. It sounds like she's toned down quite a bit from how she was before, so I'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Kayano Ai also is like really adorable. She really does the Mamako character very well. But yeah, it's like the whole supporting cast is so great. It's like amazing. It's just great. It's great. I'm loving it. And when I laugh, I wholeheartedly laugh. Like, this show is so dumb. It's hilarious. It's fantastic.
Nice.
And I almost want to say outside of... No, because even the izakaya owner, pub owner, Kayano Ai's character, I was about to say she might be the only one with a head on her shoulder, but no, even she's kind of like ditzy at times too, so she's kind of dumb as well, but it's an adorable little dumb, but it's kind of dumb.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then last week's episode too, Mikako Komatsu's character, the one that's just jealous of Jahi, Gamo-chan. So Gamo is jealous of Uzaki. She was in the bath in the public baths.
Right.
I don't know why I wanted to call it the bathroom. It's like, no, in the public baths. And then they kind of went back and did an alternate take, like a Quentin Tarantino take on the bathhouse.
Yeah.
And it was like, she stole my shampoo, that bitch. And it was like, I want to feel bad for her character, but like, she's kind of a scumbag. I was gonna say that too. I was like, I don't think there's a single character that's like worthy of being liked or respected in this show. And I was like, no, that's not true. They have their moments. I wouldn't go that far to say they're all scum, but I wouldn't. It would be a hard argument to say that they're not all scum.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's like even the landlady, Hikasa Yoko's character, even she's kind of like, give Jahi a bathtub. Come on.
I mean, aren't you supposed to have one? Or is that just here?
Both. If you can, you don't need to have a bathroom like in the apartment, but you still kind of need to have one attached. Like, it can be attached outside, so if it's like a bathroom shared by like 2 or 3 apartments, fine, but you still need to like have one.
Yeah.
And I don't think, at least from what I've seen in Jahi's case, she might have a bathroom or a toilet, but like a shower or a bathtub, yeah.
Huh.
So, That's my understanding. Like I said, if anybody knows otherwise about Japanese apartment codes, I'm more than willing to listen.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but yeah, man, it's great. I have the first manga, so clearly we're getting at it. I haven't read yet, but the material that I have, and this was also interesting too because we were talking about webcomics. They actually animated parts of the original webcomic before it got serialized, and they actually integrated parts of that into the anime.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. And then they kind of expanded on others too, and they skipped around a little bit as well. So there were parts in there that happened early in the manga that, like the little boy that Jahi was like dicking around with, that actually happened early in the manga, but it happened later in the show. So they kind of flip-flopped things to, I guess, keep it interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Go watch it. Go get caught up on it.
All right, I will.
Yeah. Like I said, I think that your appreciation for Deduge and people to be stepped on. I don't think I said this to you, but I said it in my in our FGO chat. I said there's basically only two types of Kana Hanazawa. There is the Deduge type, the Aoi type from Princess Connect.
Yeah.
And then, or I apologize. There is the Nakano Ichika from Quintuplets, and then there's everybody else. That's the only two types of characters she does. Kana Hanazawa only does those two types of characters. Ichika, and then everyone else. Deduge is basically the same character as Red Blood Cell. That is the same character as Aoi from Princess Connect.
Okay.
Yes, she is multi-talented and fantastic.
Nice.
But yeah. So, and Jahi's a little shit. It's great. It's great. It's great.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I got.
That's all you got for Jahi?
That's all I got for Jahi. It's great, and like I said, I want you to get caught up so I can keep going on this rant.
All right, yeah, okay. I'll try to catch up this week or something.
For sure.
Because, I mean, it's on Crunchyroll, so I could just binge it, whatever they have on there.
All right.
Without having to track it down and download it.
Nice.
All right. So, I watched, was it The Vampire Dies in No Time? It was a funny episode, but I kind of feel like it'll get old really fast. Because, I mean, as the title suggests, the vampire dies at just about anything that you do to him.
Okay.
The vampire hunter kicked his door in, and the door hit him and he burst into sand.
Fantastic. All right.
So he reassembles himself, and then I think even if you yell at him like loud enough, he dies. Like just about everything you do to him, he'll die. Doesn't even have to be anything related to vampires, like killing, like how you would normally kill a vampire: garlic, cross, stake through the heart, all that. I mean, sure, he dies from the sun, like any other vampire, but you don't need to do any of that because he just dies.
Is this genre just comedy, or is it an action?
No, I'm pretty positive it's just comedy. It says comedy supernatural. However, the main vampire, he's played by Kazuma. Oh, wait, no,
All right.
wait. What's Kazuma's name?
Fukushima Jun?
Okay, no, it's somebody else. Jun Fukuyama.
Oh, that's Lelouch.
Okay, Lelouch plays the vampire. Man, they have very similar names.
Yes, they do. It's easy to get them confused. Yes.
Who is this guy? Oh, okay. Makoto Furukawa plays the vampire hunter.
Achilles.
Yeah.
Talma. From One Punch Man.
Yeah. He's the vampire hunter. Basically, the first episode, he's hired to go and kill the vampire in the castle because this mother believes that he came to town and kidnapped her son and is now trying to turn him into a vampire, feast on him. But that wasn't the case at all. The vampire has a ton of video games in his house, in his castle, so the kid was just going there every day to play video games. And the vampire didn't even know. He just said, no wonder there were a bunch of saved files on my games that I didn't know about. So, yeah, the first half was just kind of introducing the vampire hunter and the vampire as they're trying to get this kid out of the castle. Because he wouldn't leave. He was like, I'm already late from going home. My mom's going to yell at me. I don't want to go home, so I'm just going to stay here. So they had to drag him out of the house, out of the castle. But the castle ends up getting burned down. So the vampire ends up staying with the vampire hunter in his office.
This is a great take on Symphony of the Night. I like.
And he's wondering why the vampire even bothered showing up. And like, what are you doing here? And he's like, well, I have no place to go. The kid saved me from burning in the sun by putting me in a bag because he did turn to dust by being in the sunlight. But his mom wouldn't let him keep him as a pet, so he threw him out with the rest of the trash.
Wow.
So he made his way to the vampire hunter. And now he's going to stay there. And I guess help him out with his vampire hunting.
You sure this isn't a slice of life?
It doesn't say anything about it being a slice of life.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh, it's made by Madhouse.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Does it seem like or look like it's made by Mod to you?
Not their typical art style. No. It does look a bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's definitely not like Death Note quality.
Right.
But it's still pretty good. I guess since it's just a comedy, they decided not to go all out on it.
Right.
I guess that also helps with the with the style, with the genre, because I mean, if it looks too good, then I mean, I guess it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you. If it goes too much, it could just be like more detail than it needs to get the point across.
Yeah. So it's more toned down as far as the art style goes. But yeah, Madhouse is the animation company. And it's funny, like I said, but I also kind of feel like if they kill the vampire off so often in every episode, then maybe it's going to get a little stale. I'll have to see how it goes in the next few episodes to see if that's going to happen or not. Or if they'll find interesting ways in actually killing him. But I don't know. Like, I mean, there was one interesting way that they killed him in this episode. And that was, there was this shop owner who has a son, and he was basically, I forget, he's not a full vampire. he was bitten by, I think they said, like a imperfect vampire or something, but he's got kind of the powers, but he's not going to become a full vampire. But he wants to become a full vampire, so the guy's like, okay, if you want to be a vampire, I'll turn you into a vampire. And he bites his neck, and then he died. Because he's like, it's been so long since I've had blood. He's been surviving off of milk that his stomach found this kid's blood to be too rich, and it killed him.
Yeah, I can see your point.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a little worried it's going to get stale, but like I said, we'll see if they come up with interesting ways for him to die or something, or if maybe they just stop killing him so often after a while. Like, okay, you all get that he dies easily, maybe we'll just have it happen every once in a while from now on. I don't know, we'll see.
Oh my god, they killed vampire, you bastards.
Yeah, it's basically Kenny. But yeah, I mean, the voice cast doesn't seem so bad. Like I said, it's got who'd you say, Achilles from FGO, and it's got what'd you say, Lelouch as the Dracula. His actual name is Draluk. So let me see who else is in here. We got I don't know any of these other people. Mutsumi Tamura. Natsumi Hyoka, Yoshitsugu Matsuoka.
Oh, that's Kirito.
That's Kirito?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we haven't been introduced to his character yet, but he's in here. Shunichi Toki plays a dude, I think that looks almost exactly like Waver, Adult Waver.
Alright.
Junji Majima, Masaya Onosaka, Yoshimatsu Hosoya, and Natsumi Fujiwara. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not ringing any bells off the top of my head. Not to say that they're not prominent or they haven't done something recognized, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Solid, though.
Yeah, I don't know too many of these people, and it doesn't look like the one person I clicked on has done very many. Yeah, there's only a few roles in here. They were in Danmachi, but only as a supporting character.
They blew their budget on Fukushima, or on Jun Fukuyama and Furukawa Makoto. And then they got Yoshitsugu, and then they're like, all right, we're done. Get a bunch of, like, temps for the rest.
Yeah. Although it was kind of funny, the dude that wanted to become a vampire did it because he wanted to date this girl who said that life is short, so they wouldn't have so much time together, and he wanted to be a vampire so that he would live forever and he'd be able to stay with her for, as long as he, And she's all like, look, I was just trying to let you down easy. Look, I'm not interested in you. You're not my type at all. I'm about to go marry a rich dude who's 20 years older than me, so, yeah.
Wow.
And then she leaves.
Wow. All right, yeah, I'll watch this one by the time before we record again. It sounds interesting enough.
Yeah, it should keep you entertained for a little bit.
Well, you said it was just the pilot episode, right?
Yeah, it's just a pilot episode right now. I think, I don't know when the second episode comes out. Like, when does this actually air? Started on the 4th. So, I guess the second episode would come out today. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, Mondays. Okay.
I got something to do this weekend.
Cool. But that's pretty much all I have for that one. I mean, it was only the first episode, and it seems okay. Just I hope it doesn't get stale. Because if they kill the vampire off too often, it's just going to be like, okay, well, he died again.
Noted. All right. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, and then next time, yeah. So this was the Vampire Dies Easy. Interesting.
Yeah.
And, well, it's one of those things where sometimes the title is in there, but it's like it doesn't match up with what's going on, and then other slime, and he got reincarnated as a slime. So yeah. So this is good to know that it lives up to its title.
Oh yeah, it definitely lives up to it. Like he's gonna die a lot.
All right. I'll check it out, and we'll come back to this next recording.
Cool. All right. So after that, we both actually watched this one. The new Bang Dream Garupa Pico season started, which is basically a YouTube series. It's just like 3-minute episodes, but it's fun. This is how I got Sano into Bang Dream, kinda.
Yeah. Yes. He killed Michelle.
Yeah, killed Michelle and the rest of Hello Happy World.
Actually, it's in Japan right now. It's the 12th already, but speaking of Hello Happy World, it's Ito Miko's birthday today.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, October 12th in Japan is her birthday, so happy birthday to Kokoro.
Happy birthday, Kokoro. So, yeah, they did the warring states of girl bands in this episode.
I love how they do the super dramatic titles. The crimson rose of the battlefield. Like, what? And the burning girls of desire to never give up. And it's like, all right.
Well, it was kind of like the very first episode where they show them busting through windows and introducing them as these really dramatic descriptions of the band, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's where that whole what was it? Never mind. Forget it. I can't remember.
So I gotta ask, is the thing that Ayane Sakura was doing where she was eating the plastic stand, was that also tied into was that a promo for Bang Dream?
No, apparently. I don't know if I think it's just a running gag between the VAs, but she's got this obsession with the lead singer to Pastel Palettes.
Okay.
And every time they do a get together where all the lead singing VAs get on one of those YouTube interview things, they're never they're never together. And people were starting to suspect that maybe it was because the VA for Aya was afraid of Ayane Sakura. But it was mainly because she's touring or has other things going on. So, but all of the fans were like, "Oh, maybe she's just avoiding her because she's so obsessed." But no, it's just that they have scheduling conflict, so they never end up in the same area together. I think I saw a week later they had a photo of them together. So yeah, it wasn't because she was afraid of Ayane Sakura. It was just because that she couldn't be there. But yeah, it's pretty funny, how these the VAs interact with each other.
Yeah, and I was gonna follow up by saying that it's good to see that they're all connected. They're working together, they do stuff together, they toured together, they interviewed together, and props to Bushi Road for creating this cohesive product, and even more props to them for doing it here in the States as well, because they're really pushing it. The YouTube channel for Bang Dream USA or International is still active.
Yeah.
Whereas the FGO YouTube channel is like, But Bushiroad's International Bang Dream channel is always, at least once a day, if not 3 times a week, is like updating the channel and putting music videos and promoting the movie, and it's like, oh man.
Yeah, they're doing everything they can to get it out there.
Which is
past Japan, you know.
No, I love it, and I want to see more of. That's why I'm so impressed, and I want other companies to follow that lead, because it seems like there is a market and there is an audience for Bang Dream in internationally. It's just almost like a quiet riot kind of a thing, though. It's like y'all, the fans that love the Bang Dream franchise, they're there. But it's like you guys are too busy playing or watching the show, or watching Ito Miku jumping around on stage in her parade outfit. Yeah, and you guys aren't like typing or talking. You guys are like absorbed in your product, which is great. It's just the trade-off is you don't get a lot of PR from it, unfortunately.
Right.
Because you guys are enjoying your product.
Oh, that's what it's there for.
Yeah, it's kind of like the opposite of what like Aniplex does with FGO, because it's like, they did the USA Road Tour, they did all the stops with the props and all of that stuff. So it's like, when they do it, Aniplex really does push FGO, and they took out the billboard and the bus signs for Anime Expo and all of that. But it's like that one time, or like New York Comic Con, that one time. But Bushiroad is trying, even when there's no cons going on, they're still actively promoting and sharing, and yeah.
Like I think.
I guess something. Good.
I was gonna say I think they had that movie. It was a live, it was called Bang Dream Film Live, because it was like a big concert that they did as a movie.
Yeah.
I think they did eventually show it in the States. It didn't last long, obviously, but it had gone everywhere else, like the Philippines and all those other countries, and then it finally made it over here. So, yeah, they show that stuff everywhere.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I want to see it. I want to see more of it. You know me. This is what's the future. And in general, you were talking about good stories and plots with like the vampire thing, and the news today that's breaking as of the recording of this podcast is Superboy is gay.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, dude, he made it onto Fox News.
Well, bye.
Bye. Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye.
And even they're freaking out, and I'm just all like, I told y'all this, though. I've been telling y'all this. And now it's like, y'all want to come over to the manga and anime side now? Like I've been saying? Where we don't really care about that. And that's not saying that it's not out there, because Mieruko-Chan is kind of gay. But we'll get there in a minute. Komi, which we'll also talk about a little bit later, is also pretty gay as well, but we'll get there. Yeah, man, it's like that. And so this ties into Bang Dream and Bushiroad and their promo, because it's like I can tell the interest in the Japanese companies, but they don't know how to do it. And it is something where their product is so strong that most of the time it speaks for itself, like FGO.
Right.
FGO already had such an established base, it really didn't need to do a whole lot to blow up. But for a lot of other games and products and franchises, they need to put in a little effort. I just want to encourage them to do it. So, my small voice on this small platform, on this small channel, is I give you all my encouragement to keep doing it and keep expanding it. And if I notice it and if I know about it, I'm definitely going to talk about it. But it's it's awkward for them because again, they don't know. You know, feedback isn't as immediate or as interpreted the same from American audiences or international audiences to the Japanese overlords.
Yeah.
They, you know, that's how we ended up with Capcom saying, well, we'll know a game is successful if it sells 2 million copies. It's like, that's an arbitrary number, you know? If you have a Resident Evil game and you're saying that for this Resident Evil, like Resident Evil 15, to be successful, you need to sell 2 million copies. But on average, all Resident Evils 1 through 14 sold 1.8 million. Then how are you going to, you know, still get to Resident Evil 15 when you're not hitting your 2 million metric? However, if you know that there's 750,000 Darkstalkers fans that will always buy $750,000 or copies, I should say, of Darkstalkers, that's a reliable income right there. You know that if you make 750,000 copies, you will sell 750,000 copies. So, but they don't know that. They don't know how interested the markets are, and you know, then they could always the Westerners that have already the market, you know, they could just kind of crush the Japanese developers or creators, and so it's a huge, you know, economics thing and business thing, and you know, last year I was doing international marketing, and so that's why I'm playing in all of this, but essentially, it's like the Western developers and creators are creating the marketplace for the Japanese anime and manga and video games to come in, but then it's also kind of like they kind of undermine the competition. So it's they're inviting the competition, and the competition is trying to make inroads, but then it also feels like they're getting chopped off at the knees because, you know, they're like, well, you shouldn't read My Hero Academia because they won't admit Bakugo is gay for Deku.
Right.
It's like, are you what? So, yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, and you go and you look at Bang Dream, and it's adorable. It's got good designs. It's got catchy songs. It's a rhythm game. It's free to play. It's not even that gacha heavy, right? Like if you didn't, from my understanding, if you never paid into the Bang Dream gacha, you'd still have a good experience. Correct me if I'm wrong here.
No, you'd still have a good experience because it's mainly about the rhythm game. The gacha, I mean, you get a new gacha almost every week, but it's mostly just going to give you a new outfit for your character on stage. Some of them do have different perks, but it's not like they aren't just reusing the same perks over and over and over again for each card. Because there's only so many perks you can do for the game before you just start reusing them. And they've got, like I said, there's a new banner almost every week, every 2 weeks. And yeah, it just depends on what characters you like and if you actually decide you want to roll on the banner, which to me, I'm going to actually say, I believe has even worse rates than FGO.
Wow, that's amazing.
The only good thing I would say is that unless it's a limited card, they always end up in the pool, so you'll always have a chance to get the card. Like when they did the ReZero collab, those are limited, so you have to wait until like a rerun, which I don't even think they've done for that yet. And I rolled on that one. I tried getting the Yukina / Emilia card and didn't get it.
Yukina is cold like that.
She is. But yeah, again, it's just mostly cosmetic as far as the cards and stuff for the gacha.
Yeah.
Because it's all the same characters on, again, the same perks, just different cards.
Yeah, man, I'm in it. I will look forward to the next episode of the Warring States Girls Battle Passion Fiery Explosion.
For anybody who's interested and hasn't checked it out yet, it's on Wednesdays on YouTube. They're
yeah, it's free. It's completely free.
Yeah. They're only 3-minute episodes, so it's not like you're going to be like putting in that big of a commitment to watch an episode if you're interested at all.
Show. Yeah, and it's a good crash course as well because there is a full-fledged and then there's the mobile game that we're talking about as well. So
yeah.
So yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
You ruined my life by introducing me to Hentai Haven-Chan.
And I remember seeing that meme way before I even started Bang Dream. That Hentai Haven thing. Like I saw it, and then I remember seeing some post about how this is not the mascot to Hentai Haven, it's this character from this series. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I think it was like a year later I actually discovered the game.
And then you were like, Hentai Haven-Chan.
Yeah, I was like, hey, isn't this that mascot for Hentai Haven?
And now Ran is best girl.
Yeah. Ran's pretty cool.
Yes. Good chat. I like how this talk about a 3-minute episode went long.
Yeah, it went longer than a full episode of the series on YouTube.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like I said, I stand by with my statement. I wish them all of the luck. I want them to grow and expand and focus on the gameplay, make the game fun, and the people will come.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think it's been going, at least in the States, for a few years now. 2 or 3 years, something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alrighty. So, we have scary ghosts in our next one. Mieruko-Chan. Which was another one that started off as like a Pixiv Twitter thing, didn't it?
Oh, I have no idea, honestly. I've gone into this one completely blind. I know nothing of it. Where we're going with any of this, I just enjoy it. I'm liking it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it started off on like Pixiv or Twitter, because I remember seeing artwork for it like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And then I think it became a manga, and then next thing you know, the anime is here already. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, it's interesting. It's got really good art. Like, the animation is really good. Especially for, like, the ghost spirit things, whatever they are. They're pretty creepy. And what's her name in the show? Is it Miro?
Miko.
Miko, yeah. She's cool. I like her. She's played by Aqua, isn't she?
Yeah, Amamiya Sora, Ten-chan.
Yeah. She's been in a lot lately. Or maybe I'm just noticing that she's been in a lot.
Maybe I'm just not letting you forget that she's been in it a lot.
Yeah. One of them, yeah. But yeah, I don't remember there being so many fan servicey shots, but I'm not complaining about them.
I mean, I like I said, I don't even know what's up with that, but I just go into it and I'm just like, all right, that's fine. Doesn't bother me. More. If it's people are going to notice, then I'm going to say put more in.
Yeah. I don't think I saw anybody complaining about it.
Yeah, because I don't know anything about the source material. I thought it was a fun premise about this girl getting haunted by spirits and just no selling all of it.
Yeah, she's just like, no, I don't see you.
And she's actually freaking out and panicking on the inside.
I mean, I would be. Well, I mean, I'd be freaking out on the outside too, though. But
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, dude, this chick's kind of badass.
Yeah, because if she could just stand there and just stare this thing in the face without showing any fear while freaking out on the inside, then yeah, it's a lot braver than me.
And that's one of the things that is intrigued me from the first episode. It's like so far it looks like the ghosts are just trying to dick around, but they're not causing any like harm or anything. But then on the second episode, the one that we just saw over the weekend, it seems like there was actually finally a ghost that was at least eating other ghosts.
Oh, I didn't know the second episode was out yet.
Oh, whoops.
That's fine.
Well, yeah. Just, the point is that I didn't know that do any harm, any physical harm, and you know even then it's not. It was still only harming other ghosts.
Yeah, it wasn't harming people.
No, correct. And so that's why it's like, well, I can get why she's paranoid because you know you don't want to really find out, but yeah. So far, the ghosts have only just kind of like been creeping on people and not really causing any like physical harm.
So far,
yeah.
And from what I gather from the opening, that other girl is able to see them too, right?
Which one?
Let me see. In the first episode, she was the one that looked like she wanted to say something to Miko and her friend, but then was like, never mind, and turned around.
Yeah, I curious to see what's up with her. She almost seems like a ghost hunter type.
Yeah.
So I'm reserving judgment, and again, I'm deliberate. Things up. Fortunately, all the things I've seen that deal with Mieruko-Chan are just the memes.
Yeah.
There was one that came out. You're telling me that this is a horror show, and it's all just like Miko's ass and her thighs, and he's all like, "Yeah, it's a horror show."
Yeah.
I think that was from like Steven or whatever, that Disney show, I think. But yeah, anyways, that's the meme. Yeah, no, it's great. It's great, and like I said, the whole premise was sold to me in that she doesn't she kayfabes it. I thought it was gonna be a lot more of a comedy. And then when I heard that Amamiya Soda was doing the main character too, I was like, all right, this is going to be fun. It's either going to be Aqua or it's going to be Chizuru. And I was like, all right. And it's kind of like a cross in between.
Yeah.
Her friend Hana, who's just also, and is our Opie character. All her IQ is basically in her chest.
Yeah, well, it's a big IQ.
I like Hana actually, but I like Miko though because again it's a strong woman to just not break kayfabe like she's doing and just no sells the whole haunting thing. Mieru basically means to see or to look, so Mieruko is like girl who sees or girl who can look. Chan.
Okay. I was wondering where they came up with the name.
Yeah. And again, invite is open. If I'm wrong, please explain it to me, please. So I don't want to be spreading misinformation. So.
Right.
But yeah, Mieruko-Chan, you know, the girl who sees. And yeah, it's she's like getting dicked with, and it's like, oh, I wonder what's the weather looking like tomorrow. And in terms of Japanese culture too, I respect Miko because she can brush her teeth in her uniform.
Why, you're not supposed to do that?
No, I can't do that, man. I get toothpaste and water and drool all over my clothes.
Ah, okay, yeah.
I'm like, damn, this girl doesn't get freaked out. She gets haunted and doesn't say shit, and she can brush her teeth in full clothes. I'm like, respect.
Yeah, I always have to make sure I'm kind of like bent over a little, just so nothing drips on me.
No, she can't bend over in front of the mirror because they'll just suck her into the mirror world or something.
Could happen.
Yeah. but yeah, it's good. It's kind of slow pacing as well, because 2 episodes in and we still don't know anything about the ghosts.
Yeah.
Like, do they have a purpose? Is someone controlling them?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if it was like almost like a Sixth Sense kind of thing. Because remember how the ghosts were trying to get in contact with him so that he could help them?
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen The Sixth Sense. I know the memes, but I've never actually. But no, it's an over 20-year-old movie, so you're not spoiling it by my means. So.
Okay, so well, I mean, he was able to see ghosts. You know the meme. Yeah. I see dead people.
Yeah.
He was freaked out to see them, but then eventually started communicating with them, and it turns out that because he could see them, and they knew he could see them, they were trying to get him to help solve their, like, issues that they didn't get to take care of when they were alive.
Right.
Like, I know one of them, she was murdered by her mother, and she was trying to expose that, and she wanted him to do it because she had taken video of it and wanted him to play it during her, like, wake or something.
Correct.
So that the rest of the people there would know what actually happened to her. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe this is kind of a similar, because all of the ghosts, when they feel like she can see them, is like, can you see me? Like, you're able to see me, right? So I'm kind of wondering if maybe they're trying to find out if she can see them so that she can help them in some way. Or if maybe they just want to know if she could see them so they can kill her. I don't know.
No, you're right where I'm at. It's like, again, I don't know if this is for help.
Because, again, like you said, we don't know anything about the ghosts. We just see them, and they're just like, wow, they're kind of creepy looking. But we don't know what's going on with them.
Right.
Except for that one you said is eating the ghosts.
Yeah, you'll meet him. You'll meet him in the second episode.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll avoid context right there. I'll let you figure that one out, and then you can tell me what you think.
Okay. I'll give you an update on the next. Well, actually, the next episode we were going to do cryptids, weren't we? Because it was the Halloween episode.
Okay. Then I mean. Yeah,
we can still. I mean, this would be a good one to talk about during Halloween, though.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say watch it anyway, for informational purposes.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I was kind of wondering that when I was watching the first episode if they kind of wanted like her to help them or something, but I don't know. I don't know if they'll get it more into that the more we get into the season, or if they're ever going to really explain it. I mean, they got to explain something, right?
Yes.
It can't just be she sees these ghosts and she's doing her best not to freak out the entire time. It's got to be a reason behind all of it.
No, it's gonna be like Vampire Dies. It's gonna be like 3 episodes in, she just sees things and it freaks her out, but she doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
And she said it too, because she's like, her friend Hana, Miko's friend, and she's like, oh, I don't want to, trigger the ghost, because then the ghost might actually attack her. And it's like, all right.
Yeah, I guess that's I was going to say, I guess that's an issue too, that they might attack whoever is with her.
And it's inconsistent on what's the ghost's powers. Some of them can affect like her cell phone. Some of them, it looks like they actually are able to touch, and but we don't know if it actually has an effect. Like the person being touched can feel it.
Right.
So it's very unknown, and I don't know if that's deliberate or it's just bad writing. But we'll see. We'll see what's the extent of the ghost's powers.
Yeah.
It's still very early, but Miko is being established as a badass, so I respect it.
Oh, definitely. And it's not like your typical American female badass where they gotta be kicking butt left and right.
Yeah, no, no. And if anything, she's more down to earth because she's smarmy and sarcastic. So, typical teenage girl. So
Yeah, yeah.
again, even more props to her. I'm with you. I want to know what's up with the third girl. I want to see what's her deal. But I'm pretty sure she's going to be the plot device.
It's gonna tie everything together.
Yeah, exactly. She's just going to exposition dump in a minute.
Maybe episode 3.
I hope so. But like I said, it's if it's a slow burn, I'm still in it. I'm still like I want to see what's going on. And yeah, I remind me to ask your impression of the ending of the second episode.
Oh, is there an after credits thing or?
No. This was inside of the show, but yeah.
Okay.
Just remind me to ask you. So, but yeah. This is and that's the other thing too. I'm not really big into horror survival. I like I'm very weird, but it's also because how is it possible to be scared of like survival horror when you have a shotgun?
Well, I guess it depends on how many shots the things you need to kill take.
Well, if Army of Dead taught me in it, 1.
Yeah, but if Resident Evil taught me anything, sometimes I could take more than that.
True.
And sometimes you don't have that much.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, usually a shotgun will take out anything.
Logic.
Yeah. Okay, got anything else for Mieruko-Chan?
That's it for now. We'll definitely be coming.
Yeah, I would have watched the second episode if I'd known it was out. So I apologize about that one.
You're fine.
Alright, so we're gonna finish us off with Komi-san. Miss, I'm not gonna talk to anybody. No, I'm kidding.
Still hating on her, huh? Because she's not a bully?
I mean, she could not be a bully. That's fine. But talk a little. No, I'm kidding. No, like I said in the last episode, I get what's going on. It's cool. It's just that I couldn't actually finish the episode because my subtitles were bad. As I said, what were they? Machine done? Like machine translated? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just translating, it was adding in like the timestamps, and sometimes it would show what was going to be said the next scene, but then not show it that scene because it was already shown when someone else was talking. So, yeah, I couldn't watch it. It was annoying. So I was like, I'll just wait and see if I can find a better version, which you gave me, so I'll be able to watch that tonight. Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that one. But yeah, you actually watched it, so
yes.
What were your thoughts? I said, what were your thoughts?
I mean, I have a couple different takes. I don't think necessarily are hot takes, but who knows how they'll be interpreted.
Right.
Well, right out the get-go, I will say that, and this could be because, again, it was based off a web series, Pixiv and all of that, but I honestly think that this is one of the rare instances where this show was made to be an anime.
Yeah.
They took something and they, people were giving it, just loving it right from the trailers. I mean, we're already like, all right. But even then, when the trailers came out, people still didn't think this was going to happen. Because, this has been a giant meme, especially after Takagi got animated. It was animated, Nakatoto got animated, Jahi got animated. And then finally they were like, all right, fine, Komi, I guess, is popular now.
Yeah.
And you see what they're doing with the angles and the imagery and the shivering, like Komi's nervous anxiety.
Yeah.
You see all the different angles that they're doing with it. And this is like something that you could only have done in an anime form. Like, with Komi like shaking and stuttering and mumbling and all of that, and Koga Aoi coming off of Kaguya, this was almost like a role designed with.
Who's that? Who was that?
What's up?
Who was that?
Koga Aoi?
Mm-hmm.
She was Kaguya.
Oh, she's actually Kaguya?
Yeah, that's Kaguya's voice actress, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Kaguya herself.
It's kind of hard when, she wasn't speaking, so...
Yeah. Which was a fair take, which is why I was like... But at the same time, too, I just think of Paimon from Genshin and dumb Kaguya. And, when she's kind of saying irreverent things and all that, I was like, yeah, I can picture Komi in this voice. This is perfect.
Yeah.
And then the way that it switches between normal Komi, and cat Komi. And it was like this rich, beautiful animation style. And then it jumps back and forth and it's seamless. And when Komi is using the chalkboard to talk, they do it in unique angles that just really make it pop. This was and you look at Komi's design, it's very retro. It's like almost like 70s style, with like the pointed, the triangle hair and all of that. It's very retro, but you see everyone else in the surrounding, and it's very modern. So, it's a classic design, and the character works, the voice actress works, and it honestly reminded me of like completely the opposite of the way of the household husband, which everyone thought would have been a manga that would have been a great anime, but when they tried it, they were like, all right, maybe it should just stick to being a great manga after.
Yeah.
And Komi, which was probably, should have been viewed as something that would have been a better manga, is actually a much better anime.
Because they're able to portray everything a
lot
better.
They're really able to make everything pop. Everything comes to life. You feel everyone's jealousy a lot better, when they're actually doing stuff and talking shit all at the same time.
Yeah.
Because all of Komi's classmates are all, she's usually like the ice queen beauty of the class, and she's so cool because she's such a mondo bitch.
Which I don't think ever really happens.
Right, in real life, if they're like, dude, she's such a bitch, she's probably a bitch, and they just leave.
Yeah.
So, but quite the opposite, man. And what's funny too is both of these shows were really hyped with really rabid fan bases. Way of the Household Husband and Komi.
Yeah.
And and again, I'm not even comparison because they're so hyped and have such a big fan base followings on both series. That's why I'm comparing the two in that regard. Where Household Husband should have been a manga that should have been a better anime, but turned out to be a better manga. And that could be for a number of factors. That could be Netflix being cheap, Suda wanting to do, a live action, or, his take. And then they said they wanted to focus on the voice acting, and so they gimped the animation or didn't make it a full-fledged animation, and they made it shorter episodes. Who knows?
Yeah.
It could have been a combination of everything. But with Komi, it was like, look, we have a manga, and we're going to make it a badass anime, and I feel that they did that. And this is only the first episode, and people all the way up to like the second trailer were all saying, oh, it's not going to happen, it's going to get delayed. And they came out, and they were like, boom, here you go, mic drop.
Yeah.
So, Nijima, or Nijimi, is voiced by Ram and she's gonna debut in the next episode. Um, and this is why I was talking about Nijimi is the one that is gender neutral.
Ah, okay.
So Nijimi is both. Dresses like a girl, acts like a girl. Dresses like a guy, acts like a guy. It's just whatever.
Yeah, I think you showed me them before.
Yeah. So I like Nijimi. I think Nijimi is fun because it's like it reminds me a lot of myself. It's like I don't really, you're not a dick. I'm like cool. We can get along. And I get those same vibes from Nijimi. But yeah, no, I think that Agari, who was also introduced in the first episode, I think that's going to be your kind of a character, because she likes being bossed around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she has a kind soul though, but yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I also I don't know how many episodes they're gonna cram in there. I want to say they're probably gonna go up to the sports festival because they did show the athletic girl in there, but in the right at the end because they were like can go make friends. Was it chaku maini tomodachi? And I'm like, all right, and they showed the chicken armor kneeling, and I was like, pretty funny already.
Nice.
There is the stalker chick. She was in the trailer. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Roman likes her just on the sole basis that she's such a weirdo.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah. There's a lot of candidates for Roman's wife in this show. But we all know that at the end of the day, Roman's gonna like Komi because he likes the stuttering, mumbling ones. He's the best. She's the best. She's so underrated. I was having this conversation with our friend this morning, before I got back to my room about Azumi Waka, and remember I was telling you about Micah from Blend S, Fairy Knight Tristan, Baoban Sith,
Okay.
and how it was like every show that she's been in has been like amazing, and like remember Make My Abilities Average,
Yeah.
Crimson Vow, and it's like she's Special Week Spec-chan in Uma Musume, and it's like every show she's been is like a hit, like everybody loves it, everybody it has fun with the show. And it's like she should be a much bigger star than what she is. And Kuga Aoi, if she's not blowing up yet, she definitely should be. And in Kaguya, I know that she's in there, and I know again we were Kimono Michi, she was in there. Obviously Paimon, it hit Nanmayo,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean she even did again the of Kaguya, where she was the movie ticket vendor to the live action movie Kaguya. So Koga Aoi should just be a much bigger star than what she is. But I think that after Komi, I wouldn't be surprised if she starts getting like way more roles. Like, which she's also going to be in like 4 to 5 seasonal shows every season as well, with Aoyuki and Hayami Sawori. Who, props to her for getting into One Piece.
Yeah, because she's Yamato.
Correct. But yeah, it's good, and I forgot who the studio is that's doing Komi right now, but again, I think that all animations, including when you were talking about Madhouse, I think they're all watching what's going on with Kyoani and Ufutab, and Mappa, and they're all like, we're all gonna chase after that now. Now we're all gonna come out and put on our A game, because they know that there's international money now at stake. So
Yeah.
I really feel that, but I think that for Komi specifically, I really think they went above and beyond because they knew that the Japanese audience was going to would just eat it up, and then internationally it was also going to be pretty well as well. But yeah, it all begins with capturing the Japanese audience, and I think they pretty much nailed that. And then yeah, the rest will come along. I'm actually SJW articles talking about how Komi is brave and strong, stunning and brave, because it puts social anxiety disorders at the forefront. And it's like, yeah, but at the same time, I have a feeling that you guys should hate Komi because she looks good.
Yeah,
and she's smart and she's athletic. They tend not to like those factoids or those factors of people, of individuals.
right. So, also, the studio that does Komi is OLM.
I don't know who they are.
It looks like the majority of the stuff they do is Pokemon. They also did the first season of Bang Dream.
Oh.
They did that series Odd Taxi from last season or 2 seasons ago. It was supposedly really good, but I didn't watch it. And Berserk. It looks like is this the first series? I think this is the first series for Berserk.
Alright.
But the majority of what they do, it looks like it's Pokemon. Yeah. Because I see like a ton of Pokemon on here.
Alright.
Oh, and the Guyver. They did Guyver as well.
Old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they're doing Komi.
Yeah, there's going to be one scene in particular where Komi finds her courage, and I'm looking forward to see how they do that. They animate that and how Aoi speaks it, or conducts herself. I don't know. I wouldn't say speaking it per se, but yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if they get to the sports festival, and that's where they kind of wrap it up. I don't know. It seems like the sports festival is always the popular way to end the season. It's good. It's good, and I'm reading the manga. I'm on volume 5 right now, so
Yeah.
that tells you something. You know, you know me. I've been on this. I don't read the manga, but for Komi, I've actually been just every time I get a moment, I'm like a chapter or 2 a day, and I'm like, all right.
Cool.
So yeah, and yeah, like I said, it hits all the SJW check marks too. So I don't know what they're not talking about. Girl overcomes her social anxiety and makes friends, and strong woman, smart. She's the daughter of a young mother. Her mom, she's permanently 18 years old.
Okay.
So yeah, mom is the best character, by the way. Just saying. If you didn't know that already.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, man, it's great. And when you get introduced to more of the freaks and geeks, I think I saw her in the opening, but the country girl was also pretty funny. In the manga, in the Western translation, I don't know how they scanlations, but they I guess she's one of those Osaka accents. But in the quote-unquote official, this is the official, I shouldn't say air quotes, but the official translation, they just straight up made her redneck. I'm from the country. Oh my God, there's that Komi. Komi's so beautiful, she gorgeous. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I guess that's the closest interpretation for us Westerners to understand, but...
Wow.
Yeah. But she was adorable. Her gimmick is, I guess that's what she is. She's a country bumpkin living in the city. And she's just all like, she respects Komi, and she's all like, "Oh, I can imagine Komi being one of those going into Starbucks and with a Manila folder under her arms and doing business on a cell phone." And it's like Komi is just like, I don't even know what you're doing. But yeah, I that's another one. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, yeah, I like the country girl.
Wow.
Yeah, she's got a heart of gold.
Nice.
But yeah. Yeah, I know Ninja Guy is voiced by Ken Sho. Your Giorgiorno from JoJo Part 5, so it's like
The guy that threw the compass?
Yeah, the guy that threw the compass.
Okay. Yeah, see, I got to that part, but that was as far as I made it.
Alright. Yeah, that's Kensho Ono right there.
Alright.
So, yeah. Yeah, I also like the anime, how they're actually trying to keep Komi out of her cat form, because the manga abuses the cat form, I feel. Probably to save animation in the manga.
Okay.
But in the anime, it feels realistic form for the bulk of it. So, yeah, it pops. It shows. It really was. I feel, and this could change. Willing to concede, but right now, what I've seen on the pilot, they faithfully and above and beyond went from the source material and made it better in animated form, and that's rare. That doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
You know, almost 95% of the time, it's like, oh, they cut stuff out, or they changed it up, or it looked better in the manga. You know, speaking of Furukawa Makoto, look at One Punch Man. How many times have they said, "Oh, the manga's better"? So.
Yeah.
But in this instance, unless they blew the budget on the pilot episode, and then the rest of the episodes are all more me than any. Yeah, this works. This really sells. The voice actors are killing it. The animation's killing it. Nijimi, we'll see next episode. And yeah, and I'm just gonna keep calling Roman's waifu.
Oh, cool. Thought you got cut off there for a second because it just went silent. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting for your commentary.
Okay, well, I had just made it to that part with the compass throw, so. But I mean, from what I did see, it looked pretty cool. Like I said before we started, it looked like a lot was going on.
Hey.
But I still need to finish it tonight to actually give a full, this is what I thought kind of thing. But so far, it seemed pretty good. Just off of those, I guess, 8 minutes I watched.
Okay. I'm looking at the cast right now. Her mom is voiced by Kikuku and Go Belle Dandy. Belle Dandy Macrophage from Cells at Work. The legend, the goat, Kikuku Inui. She is the Ara Ara trope. And she's Komi's mom. Let's go.
Okay.
Wow. There's all your budget right there. That's why they got Komi. We need to cast Komi. Komi's mom is Kikuku Inui. What? Kikuku Inui. Do it. It's like, that's gonna be all of our budget. Kikuku Inui. Here it is. Megumi Han. Ooh, Megumi Han. That's what's her name from Little Witch Academia? Ako, Megumi Han, Ako. Yeah, she's the country bumpkin.
Where do you see her?
Komi can't communicate anime casts.
Oh, yeah.
Yurika Moriyama. And this is and yeah. Nene Onemine. I don't think I've met her. Kaya, who is gentle and speaks and acts slowly. Okay, yeah, I haven't gotten to a lot of them. Hitohito Tadano, J. Murokawa, that's Ram from ReZero, and Najimi, Najimi Osana. Hidaka Rina, wait, that's also Ren Yamai, that's the one that's like super obsessive of Komi.
Yeah.
Let's see. My Little Pony. She's the Japanese voice of Ellie in The Last of Us. Oh lordy.
Nice.
Yeah, King Prote and Fate Grand Order. Yeah, this is Akko. This is Akko in Little Witch Academia, yeah.
Was that the main character?
What's up?
Was that the main character in Little Witch Academia?
That's the main character, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's actually in a lot. She's in a lot of main characters. Precure, Fruits Basket, Soma. She was Keita, the main character of Gamers.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she's actually the main character. Literally the main character.
Nice.
Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, she gets to be a country bumpkin now in Komi. That's fantastic. Hidaka Rina. Why do you sound so familiar? Combatants will be dispatched. I need to watch that. Oh, it's Wine. Wine from Danmachi. Wine was the dragon girl in season 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. That's the obsessive girl in Komi. The Million Arthur. I need to watch Million Arthur. Pokemon Generation. Oh, Mimi, Princess Connect.
Wait, who is she?
Mimi is part of Little Lyrical. She's the little sheep girl. She's
Ah.
got bunny ears.
Okay.
Oh, and she's Philo in Shield Hero. Wow.
Oh.
Interesting. All right. Rina Hidaka. That's obsessive girl.
Okay.
Okubo Rumi Astolfo and Liz, your favorite. She's the Chuny character. She literally has the eye patch. Himiko Agari. Himiko Agari is the character that I thought that you were gonna like, because she likes being like bullied.
Yeah.
Oh wow, her voice actress is kind of cute. Let's see. Conception, which I still haven't seen. Eden Zero, which I still haven't seen. Oh, she was Mana in the most recent Gegege no Kitaro. Alright, that's nice.
Okay.
Lupin, I don't watch. Magical Sir, Marvel Disc Wars, the receptionist. Oh, she was Sailor Saturn in Sailor Moon Crystal. Good times.
Okay.
But yeah. Oh, and she was in Uma Musume. Interesting. Alright. But yeah. Maishima Ami. Oh, okay. Sarah Emmy Birdcut, bitch from Shield Hero.
No.
Akabane Kenji, huh? Okay. Akabane Kenji is from FGO. Dantes and Fujimaru.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Kensho Ono as Mono Shinobi no. His name is literally Ninja. Shinobi no. Oh my goodness. Inoki Junior. I know him. I know him I don't even want to click on his name because it's going to be like, it's him. And I'm like, he's Komi's little brother. Uchida Maya, okay. We all know Uchida Maya. She's got brother Khan, bro Khan.
Uh-huh.
She likes her brother a little too much, but we all know Uchida Maya. And she plays the main dude's little sister. Kikuku Inui as Shuko Komi. If you're gonna get someone to be Komi's mom, you have to get the voice actress of the mothers of all mothers. That's how we roll. That is how this is the anime. This is my anime of the year. I can. So there's a thing that Kikuku Inui always does, right? When I don't know if she's still doing this, but when she would sing, when she would go out and perform, her chant was always like, you know, Kikuku Inui des 17, I'm forever 17, and everyone would be like forever 17, yeah. If you ever see there was the Blu-ray special interview of Cells at Work, the season 1. And it was Kikuku Inui who did Macrophage, Kana Hanazawa who did Red Blood Cell, and the voice actress who did Platelets. She's also the one that does Kana from Kobayashi, Dragon Maid.
Yeah.
And when they're all introducing themselves, it's like, you know, hi, ohayo gozaimasu, Kana Hanazawa desu, Red Blood Cell desu, you know, whatever, right? And then when they got to Kikuku Inui, she's all like, you know, hi, you know, Kikuku Inui desu, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, forever 17. And then Platelets and Red Blood Cell, they both go, yeah. So it's her thing. And Komi's mom, she goes, oh, you know, I'm Komi's mom. I'm Shoko's mom. I'm forever 18. And she does a little kita pose. And so that's the relevance right there is Shuko is always 18 and Kikuku Inui is forever 17. So I don't know if they went like, was it 6 layers of Kevin Bacon here? 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
But that's pretty fucking meta. That's my point. That is absolutely my point. Komi's dad, I don't know. Hidaka Noriko, I don't know who that is. But yeah, that's a pretty solid cast. I didn't know that they actually got these many heavy hitters. That's pretty impressive. Wow.
Cool.
But yeah, man, I'm telling you, this is it right here, man. This is gonna be the one.
Is it gonna be the one?
This is gonna be the one. Let me know. You keep up on the weekly rankings better than I do, so let me know how this one trends.
Okay.
But yeah, man, go watch it. Go watch the first episode.
Oh, I will.
Yeah,
Definitely got to.
Yeah, you kind of have to. This is supposedly the hotness of this season, so we'll see. There's that one that was that has like, was it the daughter of Karna or whatever? That one's pretty good, but yeah.
Oh, was that the Mappa and I know there was another studio working with them.
Yeah, that one.
What was the name of that series?
Is it I something?
Let me see. I'm looking it up now.
Alright.
Oh. Mappa and Madhouse. Says Tact Op Destiny.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that one. Looks like it deals with music.
Yes. Because everybody wants to be the next Carolyn Tuesday.
Yeah. But I mean, they're not made by the same creator of Cowboy Bebop, so.
Yeah. True.
But that doesn't mean this can't be good. I have seen the comparisons between the main girl and Karna, though, so yeah. Kind of hard not to notice.
Yeah.
But hey, yeah, like I said, it could still be good. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. I think that's it for me. Gushing from me for Komi, but yeah.
Cool. And that comes out on Saturdays, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so would that be Saturday U.S. or Sunday U.S.?
Um, Sunday U.S.
Sunday U.S. Okay. So yeah, I'll have to watch the second episode this week after I'm done with the first. All right, so that's all we've watched so far. Again, we were planning on watching World's End Harem, but neither of us can find it.
Yeah, right. Defeated.
And the other one we were going to watch was My Senpai is Annoying.
Yes.
Which I guess is only streaming on Funimation. And neither of us have a Funimation account, but we did find it elsewhere, so we'll be watching that one. Because I've read a little bit of the manga. I didn't read too far into it, so yeah, it's pretty cute.
For World's End Harem?
No, for My Senpai is Annoying.
Oh, okay. So pretty cute. Yeah. I that's another one that I deliberately didn't do too much research into. So, yeah. Well, I'm going into it basically blind.
Basically blind. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's already a meme floating around, so I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I have not.
I saw it today, but it's in the first episode, so you're gonna watch it, so you'll know what it is, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll continue to watch these, and I was gonna check out the Demon Slayer. What was it, the
Recap?
Yeah, the recap, the train arc, to see what it is they added in, and give you a update on that when I can actually watch the episode. Because like I said, it was only available on Crunchyroll Premium, and I don't have the Premium subscription. So I think that's like a week after it airs that it's available to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so by next week I'll be able to watch the first episode. Or maybe by this week, I don't know. I'll keep checking.
Yeah, and then obviously post up in the chat.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I can check it out and meme with you.
Yeah, well, like I said before we started, I think the only thing I noticed, based off of the thumbnail for it, was that they show Ren Goku arrive at the train. But that was about it. Because that's all I could see from a thumbnail.
Alright, I think we have a plan then.
Yep. Alright.
And then you said that we're doing cryptids?
Yes. I sent you that list of cryptids on Facebook Messenger.
Yes, because we are still in the month of scary stuff, so...
That's right.
We will be doing scary themed stuff.
That would be next week, because that's technically going to be... No, not next week, but next episode, because that'll technically be our Halloween episode.
Yes.
Yeah. So, we'll still probably talk about Mieruko-Chan, because that's technically spooky, because ghosts and all that, so...
Yeah. Good timing for that.
Mm-hmm. And who knows, we might even bring up that Kappa anime we watched. Because I know they were on that list of cryptids.
All right.
Who knows?
As long as you don't break out into song and dance.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right.
Please.
I promise not to break out into song and dance.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So yeah, look forward to that. That'll be our next episode. I know it was recommended a year ago that we do cryptids, but we didn't have time to actually do it. So yeah, we're making it this time.
Right. We always follow through on our work.
Yeah, I think last year we talked about the Junji Ito series.
Yes.
And maybe a couple other horror shows that we watched, but yeah, this time we're going with the recommendation we had, so hope you all enjoy that.
Yes.
We'll try to tie in some anime with it as well. Other than the two I mentioned. But
yeah. We'll and I guess we'll hold off on the Komi discussion, so that gets to marinate. But yeah. So when we come back, what are we going to be talking about? Like 3 or 4 Komi?
Like by episode 5, I think.
All right.
It's almost halfway through. Well, wait, is this going to be a 12-episode anime or is this 24?
That's a good question.
I know Live Chart has a question mark under episodes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I guess Komi is going to be coming to Netflix.
Yes, correct.
On the 21st.
Yes.
Okay. Did not know that. But okay. Well, anyway. I'm not going to wait that long to watch it, so. Okay, so that's going to be what we're doing next time. Then we'll get back to our regular anime, maybe drama talks, whatever we decide to do that week. Yeah. So, do you have anything else you want to end this on, or?
No. It's been an interesting weekend, and we got a good lot going on of shows, and I'm looking forward to diving deeper into all of this stuff. So, yeah, I think we're going to be doing good stuff.
Yeah. So look forward to it. All right. So until next time, bye.
Later. Peace.